What is up, guys? Steven here. How are we doing? An NU live today. I know that a lot of you are new from Leo's channel, so welcome. Basically, I know you weren't here when I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, I think, but I do plan on uploading Showdown Live every Monday. I know a couple of you had commented that I should do some longer sessions, and every Monday I do a like a 30 to 40 minute live. So yeah, definitely be on the lookout for those. This is the team I'm going to be using today. It's actually really fun to use. Spec Sigilyph with tinted lens. It may seem like kind of a weird option, but if you predict correctly, it actually 2-hit KOs I think every Pokemon in the tier, which is really scary. And I figured that the best switch in to Sigilyph in the tier is Spiritomb, and Dazzling Gleam actually 2-hit KOs that even if they are max calm, so that kind of forces them to Sucker Punch or whatever. And I figured I wanted a mon that could set up on Spiritomb, and Combusken really does that well. It's immune to Will-O-Wisp, and it's resisting its Dark Stab that it normally carries. And with Eviolite, Shadow Sneak isn't really going to be doing much anyway. Next, I have Kangaskhan. I think this is actually one of the better Pokemon in the tier right now, and it's really nice to have Facade, because if they do choose to burn you, it doesn't really matter, you're still a threat. And this is generally the recipient of Combusken's boosts, and it can basically run through people's teams. Next we have Stunfisk. I put this Pokemon on last after I had Hariyama and Vileplume, because I realized the team was extremely weak to flying, and I needed something with Stealth Rock. And Stunfisk is actually really bulky. It's actually a pretty good mon, and it makes a lot of sense on this team, even though its face is incredibly stupid. Next we have Assault Vest Hariyama with Thick Fat. This is basically the best switch into Fire Spam in the tier right now, and yeah, I really like this Pokemon. And last, I have Vileplume, which is just another really good Pokemon in the tier right now. It basically puts a stop to things like Sock just coming in and spamming close combat. So yeah, guys, that is the team, and I'm going to pause until I get a battle. Alright, so we got a battle. Looking at this guy's team, it actually looks really cool. It looks like Hyper Offense with Crustle, and Crustle is actually a really cool Pokemon. I like it a lot. Also, looking at his team, Ludicolo can be a problem if it sets up Rain Dance. Hariyama can kind of take that on one-on-one. And yeah, regardless of what he wants to lead, I think I'm just going to lead Stunfisk. I think it's my best choice. So he does lead with Crustle, and I can just go for Scald and try to get a burn. That would be really nice. And I don't get that burn. It's looking like he's just going to Hazard Stack, which is honestly his best play. So I am just going to Scald again, as he actually goes into Ludicolo now. I'm not sure I agree with that. I do burn him, which is nice. And I am predicting him to either Rain Dance or just go straight for an attack. So I'm just going to go straight into Hariyama. It's definitely my best switch in. It goes for Ice Beam, and it does absolutely nothing. Fortunately, I don't get frozen, and looking at his team, nothing really wants to switch in on a close combat. As he goes for Giga Drain, still does not do enough. I do appreciate the Mirror B nickname. I don't know if you guys remember the Pokemon Coliseum game. Mirror B had dancing Ludicolos. Alright, so now he goes into Magmortar. I am Thick Fat Assault Vest, so I'm pretty sure I can take anything he goes for. But the way he brought it in makes me believe that he has extra sensory, so I'm gonna go into Stunfisk, I think. Yeah, he went for Psychic, basically the same thing. And right now, I just want to get up rocks, because it will break a potential sturdy on, what's it called, on Sock, and it hurts Crustle and my Mortar on the switch-in, so that is good. This turn, this is kind of tricky. It's actually really tricky. I kind of just want to go into Vileplume. It seems like the safest play. Yeah, I definitely... Stunfisk is good. I mean, did you see how I just ate up that hit from Magmortar? I mean, it was probably Scarf, in all honesty. And he predicts my switch into Vileplume, goes for Ice Punch. And at this point, since that was a crit, I know I can take another one. I know I'm faster, so I just kind of want to Synthesis. If he does go into Magmortar, predicting that, that's fine. I can switch into Hariyama relatively safely. He could also go into Kadabra, which puts a lot of pressure on my team. So he actually stays in here and goes for Ice Punch again. And fortunately, I don't get I don't give him the Guts boost with some sort of Effect Spore hazard. But now I am just going to go for Sleep Powder since he seems to be wanting to stay in for some reason. And I am just going to Sludge Bomb. I doubt he's going to stay in, as he does go into Magmortar. And we'll see how much this does. That did absolutely nothing. That did absolutely nothing. At this point, I think he's going to go for some kind of fire type attack. So I think Hariyama is a pretty safe switch in, as he actually just goes for Psychic. That makes sense. I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But I can go for Fake Out and get some damage, and I believe he's locked into Psychic, so I think Stunfisk is a pretty good play right now. I'm definitely scared of that Kadabra, that's why I'm keeping this Hariyama, because it does have priority. And he goes for Psychic again. And at this point, I don't think I lose anything by going for Scald. So he actually switches up moves, so he was not Scarf. But I do kill. I don't kill the threat. The threat is still on my screen. So I'm just going to Sklad once again. And at this point, I could just bring in Sigilyph, but I don't really want to reveal my set yet. So I am just going to go into Hariyama. And, yeah, Fake Out is easily my best play. And I am able to take him out. He does get the Flame Body burn. I didn't know that Pokemon got Flame Body, but apparently it does, so that's unfortunate. I can save this as Death Fodder if I would like. So he goes into Girder, and I'm honestly just going to knock off his Eviolite. So that is good. And now I get a free switch into Siggy, and I don't have to predict anything. I can just click Psyshock, because even if he does go into Kadabra, like I said, I am Tinted Lens, so it's just gonna die. So that's good. I can cleanly take out the Girder. Now I'm not really sure what he's gonna want to do. He goes into Crustle. Yeah, this can die. I'm Specs. Yeah, I'm not really sure I agree with that play. And now we'll find out if his Sock is Scarfed. I am Timid, and he is Scarf, it would appear, as he goes for Stone Edge. Huh. I'd like to believe Vileplume can eat this up. I am just going to Sludge Bomb, I think. I could double. That's fine, actually. Alright, he's just gonna go for Psychic. He has no reason not to. And he got a crit. Almost killed me. But, oh shoot. If I was feeling really real, I could predict him to switch here. That crit really hurt. It would have eased prediction. I could have just faked out knowing I had this in the back. Huh. I'm just gonna fake out. And I do take him out. I think at this point, I'm not really sure what he can go for that would hit all of my mons. I'm just gonna go for frustration. I believe Sock is slower than timid Sigilyph, so I think he is Scarf. Yeah, he is Scarf. He went for EQ. Alright, it is time for Vileplume to show me that it is powerful. I am just going to Synthesis, and I eat that up easily. Get off the Synthesis. And at this point, I'm just going to Synthesis again, just to make sure nothing weird happens. And at this point, I can go for Sleep Powder. I do hit, and yeah, I think at that point, it is GG, and he forfeits. So that was a good game. That's a 14-30, which is not bad. And I'm going to pause again until I find another battle. And we're back. This guy's team is scary, actually. It kind of looks like he just has all of the most threatening Pokemon in the tier on one team. Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like. Things I'm particularly afraid of. Golem. Golem actually does really well against my team, especially if it runs speed, and Torterra actually isn't a Pokemon I've had to face yet. I think Vileplume can take it on pretty decently, and Sigilyph is probably going to be my best Pokemon in this game. Also, if I pass a boost to Kangaskhan, once I've removed Magneton and Golem, I'll be set. So, I'm just going to lead Stunfisk, as he does lead Golem, and I'm perfectly fine to exchange rocks here. I don't think he's just going to EQ on the first turn. He might, but if he does that, that's fine by me, because I can go straight into Vileplume, and hopefully put something to sleep, or Sludge Bomb, making a prediction. So my rocks are up now, and I'm just going to go into Vileplume, like I said. Yeah, Golem is definitely a problem for this team, but basically you just got to play around it, so we'll see if I can do that. He goes for EQ again, and Sleep Powder is pretty obvious, and he does have his own Vile. He has 3 grass types to take Sleep Powder, so I'm actually just going to go for Sludge Bomb. As he brings in Torterra, so I did get that prediction correct. I don't get the hacks, but that is fine, because I believe he might go for Stone Edge is the problem. I really think he's just going to set up rocks. I don't want to sacrifice Siggy, because it definitely wins me a game. And I think my best play is just staying in, actually. And he's fast and goes for Swords Dance, so that is definitely scary. He knows I can take him out on this hit, so what I am going to do is I'm just going to sack Stunfisk. Yeah. I didn't want to risk Sigilyph there. I'm pretty sure he has Stone Edge on this, or he has Double Dance Dual Stab. But I had no reason to make that risky of a play. And looking at his team, Dazzling Gleam hits everything at least neutrally effective. I am Specs. As he goes into Magneton, and I think that is Eviolite, based on the damage. Of course, my switch into this is dead. Whatever it's called, my Stunfisk. So I am just gonna go into Harry Mama. He goes for Volt Switch, gets a crit. I've been getting critted a lot already in this video, and that's kind of how it hacks. have been going for me recently. So at this point, I don't think I lose anything by going for fake out. So he does stay in. I guess he would stay in since he brought this in. And based off that damage, knockoff will kill him. And he's faster and just kills me with a wood hammer. So, I think I am just going to go back into Sigilyph, and this time, I already revealed Dazzling Gleam, so I am just going to go for Psyshock and kill him. I didn't want to miss, and yeah, this is kind of an obvious Sucker Punch situation, so I'm just going to go Combusken, as he actually knocks off, so that's a good play for him. But what I can do is double switch into Vileplume, expecting him to want to go into his Golem. He actually goes into Hariyama, just kind of an interesting play. He doesn't have anything asleep at this point, so I am just going to try to put this to sleep. And I miss, and he knocks me off. Ironically, I get the Effect Spore sleep, so that is good. And now as I go into Siggy, he goes into Vileplume, which is very, very good for me. And in all honesty, I just want to Air Slash. He goes into Golem. I don't think this eats it up. Yeah, that did not eat it up at all. And I know these do carry Sucker Punch. I'm just going to Air Slash again. Alright, so he doesn't have rocks. So I can bring this in at any point I want and do work. Now the way he brings this in makes me believe that he is Scarf. And, shoot. I am just going to go into Kangaskhan, I think. He goes for Flash Cannon. It does a lot. That did way too much. But I can just fake out here. He will flinch. Yeah, I think that's either Scarf or Specs damage. I'm not really sure. But I am just going to Sucker Punch. And it's definitely going to do a good amount. Hopefully bring him down to the point where he can't switch back in on rocks. So he actually predicts that, goes into Hariyama. But Hariyama is not extremely bulky on the physical side, so that frustration is going to do a lot. And I doubt he can kill me with Bullet Punch, so I am just going to go for frustration again. As he stays asleep, so that is excellent. That was a really good turn of events for me. And now he goes back into the plume. Wow. It would be nice to have Kangaskhan's Fake Out Sucker Punch combination. It definitely would. I need to save Combusken for Shiftery. I think I'm... Oh, man. This is hard. This is hard. I think I'm just going to go into Vileplume. Because he does go for Sludge Bomb. As we saw earlier, I do have the 4 speed EVs, so maybe I'm faster. And it looks that way. So I'm just going to get damage as he kills me. And now, looking at his team, Heat Wave, it kills everything. So I don't lose anything by going for that. And I miss. Hopefully this is not Scarf. It is not. It was Specs. I basically had to stay in there to have a chance. Jeez Louise. This is definitely an interesting situation. I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of 50-50s coming up. So right now, I just want to go into Combusken. It's definitely my best play. It definitely is. So I go into Combusken, because he just Leaf Storms, and it does a ton. So I am going to Protect to get my speed boost, and I'd like to believe I'm faster now. Though in all honesty, I am not entirely sure. I think Sucker Punch will kill me. I'm just gonna Swords Dance. He was faster anyway. So I gotta go into Kangaskhan. And I am... What percent is this Vileplume at? 62%. Did I use Frustration on his Vileplume earlier? Let me Control F Frustration. I did not use it on his Vileplume. I'm not really sure how much it would do, in all honesty. I think I'm just gonna Fake Out. I did get poisoned, so I can go for Facade and kill him. Alright, I think I just won. Alright, so I Facade, get that kill, and now I sack Sigilyph and come back in and win with Fake Out, I think. Hopefully. That would be really nice. This was actually a really good battle. Skinny White Pimp, what a username. So, if my understanding of poison mechanics, if I kill him at the end, then I should win if I go for Fake Out here. Has +3 priority, and I do kill him, and I get the win. So that was really good. He guys had a 1504 rating, so yeah, that's a really good opponent. So alright, I'm once again gonna pause until I get a battle. Alright, we are back, and this guy has a Kabuto. So that pretty much means I'm gonna lose. He has the Kabuto. I am just gonna lead Stunfisk. It doesn't, unless Tropius learns Defog, then I believe I am good to get up hazards. So that's what I'm gonna do. He leads Dragalge, and I am a Stunfisk, so I can pretty much eat up anything he wants to go for. I believe I can even live a Specs Hydro Pump. Because I have 422 HP. I mean, the defensive stats of 277 and 250 are not too incredible, but yeah, I mean, just the fact that I have so much HP is amazing. So he did lock himself in a Hydro Pump. So I feel pretty good about going into Hariyama, because I am Assault Vest. Because he actually goes for Dragon Tail. And Dragon Tails me into Vileplume. I am faster than this. Dragalge is really slow, unless he's running Speed plus Dragon Tail, which I highly doubt he is. So I can just put him to sleep. And at this point, I'm just going to go into Sigilyph and try to mess something up. Because he actually wakes up first turn and Dragon Tails again. So that is pretty lame if you ask me. Because that was basically a guaranteed kill. And at this point I am just going to Fake Out. What's nice about having Facade is if he poison points me, that actually works to my advantage, so I am not concerned about that at all. So he actually goes into Poliwrath, which is a really bulky Pokemon. I do have Vileplume, and he has Circle Throw, and he got paralyzed because Effect Spore is amazing. I also have Static on Stunfisk. So basically this team, I mean, the paralysis is extremely real, which actually really helps Sigilyph. It's nice. So now I'm finally inside safely with my Vileplume against his Poliwrath. And it doesn't really look like he can touch me. Giga Drain is very obvious. I'm actually going to Sludge Bomb. is he goes into a Selgor, and he actually eats that up pretty well. I'm not too afraid of anything he can do. I'm a Vileplume, and I can synthesize on the Poliwrath later if I need to. So I am just going to go for another Sludge Bomb. I think his best play is probably setting up a Spike if he has it. He seems to have a lot of hazard support on this team. It's actually a pretty cool team. Probably a Stealth Rock on Kabuto. Yeah. I like it. I'm not... A Selgor is actually a pretty interesting Pokemon in this tier. It's really fast, as you all know. I think you outspeed everything relevant, even if you're modest. And it's actually probably the best Pokemon in the tier for like hyper offensive spike stacking. Because I think it gets Yawn and it also gets Encore. So you can pretty much just set up spikes freely. As he does just get up his spike and sacks. And once again, I am a Vileplume, so even if he goes for Air Slash, I'm not too concerned. So he tries to set up a substitute, and I'm having none of that. I'm just going to click Sludge Bomb until he does something. And, yeah, I'm going to Sludge Bomb once more. And let's see what his berry is. His Lychee Berry. So he raised his attack. Huh. That's something. At this point, it looks like Stunfisk has done its job, so I'm gonna go into it. He goes for Fly. So that's good for me. Assuming I am slower than him, which I should be, I can just go for Discharge and kill him. And the static came through. Didn't really matter because I just killed him anyway. Now he goes into Pyroar. And once again, I was trying to sack this actually. So I'm just going to go for Earth Power. As it actually hits pretty much everything on his team for good damage. Unless he's running like Balloon, Kabuto, or whatever that is. And he crit me with Fire Blast. Didn't matter at all, guys. And I am just going to go into the Fire Spam counter, Assault Vest Hariyama. And I have no reason not to click Close Combat. If I can remove this Pyroar, then I'm in a very good position. Because Sigilyph outspeeds everything on his team at that point, and should Oko everything, so that would be really nice. He hasn't gotten rocks up yet, and kind of the cool thing about this team is it looks like it's not weak to Stealth Rock at all. I mean, if you look at my Pokemon on the ground, being Kangaskhan, Vileplume, Stunfisk, Hariyama, and Combusken, none of them are hit super effectively by Stealth Rock. And Sigilyph does normally carry Magic Guard, so people just kind of assume that that isn't weak to Stealth Rock. So it doesn't really seem like a high priority to get up Stealth Rock, And this guy's taking a while. I'm gonna start the timer. Just cause apparently I'm a big jerk, so yeah, starting that timer real quick. And he goes for Fire Blast. Like I said, Assault Vest, thick fat, eating it up. and he dies. He dies, which is nice. So that threat is gone. And now anytime I bring in Sigilyph on the Poliwrath or the Dragalge, I'm gonna get a kill. Because he does go into Dragalge, and I am just going to knock off whatever his item is. I don't think I've seen his item yet. I haven't actually touched this. I did put it to sleep, but the stealth arc damage it just took was the first damage it's taken the entire game. This is actually Assault Vest. It kills me with Draco Meteor. But, like I said, Sigilyph can come in and Psyshock just... It does a lot to his team right now. He does go into Kabuto, and I'm pretty sure I have the game locked up with Vileplume, so I am just going to Psyshock, and it did a ton of damage. So he has Knockoff. That's pretty cool. Maybe he has Aqua Jet. We will see in a second. And it doesn't look like he had it. So it's looking like Sigilyph is going to be able to clean up here. Even if it can't, Vileplume can come in and win the game. So that did not a lot of damage. But he got paralyzed. So that's good. And Psyshock again, as he goes for Scald and kills me. And, yeah, he forfeits. So that was a good game. I got some points. I'm up to 1463. Let me check what that rating is on the NU ladder. I am up to 52. That is not too bad at all. My boy DMT is at 43. And, yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I really enjoy doing these lives, and I'm really enjoying NU right now. OU has been cruel and unusual to me recently with hacks, but that happens. So, yeah, feel free to try out this team if you want. It is really fun. It's actually, I'd say it's a balanced team, which is cool. It's my favorite playstyle. And if you like this video, please leave a like and a comment. That would be really cool. And see you guys next time. Peace.